Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly, Nico Reyes, and as always, my awesome co-host.
Let it go. Let it go.
I'll never let go of Palantir.
We got so much things to cover in this episode. Man, hit it, bro.
No, we do have a lot of things to cover here. We talk about Nico's greed, my greed. We also talk about how I hate Mitch McConnell so much. IPO Mania. We will revisit IPO Mania.
We talked about a lot of rereads.
Riri words, and then listening to this episode will make you want to reinvest. You know what I mean?
That was good. Okay.
Full circle, boys. But with that being said, follow us on Instagram at Nico, at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades. Follow us at Trading Daddies. Go to our store, tradingdaddies.com, for all the new news, merch. We also have gift cards on the website, by the way. So the gift of trading if you guys are into it. Also, just for the YouTube algorithm, please give us a preemptive like, subscribe, hit the post notification bell so that you guys can get a ding, ding, ding when a new episode pops up. And with that being said, we'll catch you guys on the episode.
We're live.
Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by your two favorite non-financial advisors, Nico Reyes here, and as always, my awesome co-host,
DJ TJ in the mix.
TJ in the mix, bro. Is it Monday yet?
I know it's off topic. Sorry to interrupt, but become a DJ,
dude. Same here.
Not for real.
No, same here.
Gosh, there's this one CEO who's a DJ on the side. Was it?
I remember that. I think he's from Oracle.
Oracle. Larry Ellison.
Yeah. He's also a DJ on the side.
Also moving to Texas. He's moving. Yep, he's on the news again. They're moving Oracle to Texas from San Francisco to Texas.
That whole part, that whole entire it's in Redwood City. Like if you pop off the exit on Redwood City, you make a left.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like a big campus. They even have their boat there, their catamaran that they use for cross country sailing or whatever.
Yep.
It's on full display. But yeah, dude, he's leaving California. I guess it's better taxes in Texas.
Well, actually, no taxes.
Is it no taxes in Texas?
Yeah,
that's the reason why. Can't blame him. Can't blame him. We need to. Here's the thing about that though. We need a very wider distribution of wealth, right? So people are going to be moving out to Texas. Fine. We need more space in San Francisco, anyways.
I know.
So
crazy. Just imagine the real estate in Texas. I don't know which exactly what city. I think it might have been Austin. But shout out to the folks who own homes out there. Man, they're going to see a skyrocket within like the next 5 years.
It's going to be fat. And you know what? Austinians, I think they're called Austinians.
The Lone Star State.
Austinians, I envy you. Austinians, you guys are now getting Oracle. Texans in general, you guys are also getting our Lord and Savior, Papa Elon.
Yeah.
Also, your barbecue is extremely delicious.
We have listeners from Texas, by the way.
We do have listeners from Texas. So all our Texans, thank you guys for listening. We do appreciate you guys. Dude, is it Monday yet?
It is, to me.
Is it Monday?
Every day. I wish it is. I told my wife, I was like, man, I hate Fridays. And she was like, why? I get to sleep in. And I was like, well, you know what? Think about this, though, bro. To all the traders out there, Friday is a good day for us traders, okay? Because you get to unwind, you get to relax, you get to clear your mind. Whatever all the bad jujus you had, the entire week, recoup, regroup. I just made that up. It rhymed too. Regroup, and just
regroup.
Go back.
You know what? That's coming. Regroup, recoup, recover.
There you go.
I like it.
you know what? I just bought an echelon, right? It's not a Peloton. And one of the trainers was saying, let's regroup.
Write that down. Regroup, and recover. I'm gonna forget. That's the reason why.
Okay, regroup, and recover.
There you go.
So
your losses.
spend this weekend, just going back to the drawing board and just take a look at the trades, where you messed up or how you did, or if you did great for the week, perfect. Just you want to recover from the damages. Exactly.
Like
what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going to be recovering. But if you had winning trades, replicate those. Recoup, recover,
replicate.
Oh man, it's too early, bro. I just woke up like an hour ago. No breakfast. But to my success, that's what I've done in the past. I replicate the winning trades. Okay. Obviously, there's a lot of things to cover there: risk management, entry, exits, plans, position sizing, all of these things.
Yeah. You know who's not getting a break though? You know who trades 27 days a week, 24/7 are the Forex traders. The crypto traders, the Forex traders, you guys are a different breed. Also, you know who else isn't getting sleep? The Forex scammer gurus. Those guys are forever recruiting. Those guys aren't.
Those guys are the hardest working people in America right now.
Those are the hardest working people in America. Like, imagine having to sell a dream.
I don't know, dude. That's tough, bro.
I don't know. Somebody hit me up in my DMs like a couple of weeks ago saying, "Hey, you know what? This is his pitch. Like, hey, I see that you're a trader. How do you feel trading 24/7?" And I'm like, dude, that's a lot of work. I'm like, dude, that's a lot of work. And he goes,
a lot of work, man.
He goes, well, sometimes it's funny how they try to bait you too. And he hits me with but the grind doesn't stop.
Wow.
And I'm like, yeah, bro, the grind does stop.
So is your heart. If you don't sleep, yeah, your heart will stop.
The grind does stop. Like, how does it not stop? Like, how much Red Bull are you drinking? 3 things. I want to know how much Red Bull you're drinking, who your cocaine dealer is. Also, how much Adderall do you use on a day in and day out?
That is very dangerous. Like, your mind needs a break. Seriously.
Yeah, dude. Looking at these charts, you know what reminds me every time that I'm like looking at these charts. Sometimes my wife goes, "Looking at the charts again," and I'm like, "Yeah, because I want to know what's happening, right?" And then come to think about like how it made me feel, like looking at these charts consistently, like 7-8 hours or 9 hours a day, right? It doesn't really make me have a clearer head. You know what I mean?
That's why we take this weekend.
That's why you take the weekends. But like it's an equities trader's dream to have it have Monday every single day.
But you know what? One more thing. I mean, this is not we're not throwing shades at the Forex traders or the crypto traders. But
if you guys are legit, like that's the thing. If you're a legit Forex trader and like you're a crypto trader, fine. But if you are if you're being sold a dream,
that's where it stops.
That's where it stops. That's where I have an issue because trading is for everybody. You shouldn't have to pay somebody $300, $450 for a platform to trade. Like you could get that for free anywhere.
That's what I don't get. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, bro, someday, like I keep telling you this, on a daily basis, we do this for free. We do this for fun. If we're helping people out, great, amazing. We're not asking for a penny. We're asking for donations to a food bank, which is, it's a win-win situation. But
which is still going on, by the way.
Huh?
Which is still going on, by the way. To our listeners, please donate to the food bank. It will be greatly appreciated.
We do this for fun. We're not charging people for anything. No subscription base, none of that. But however, when we do get sponsored by DraftKings, that's it, guys.
We're out. DraftKings, if you're listening, if we ever get sponsored by you guys, you tell us to jump. We'll ask you when, how high, and how long? Like,
bro,
we will elevate for
like we're gonna lead a bunch of degenerates for you. Like, say less.
Say less. You know who I sold. You know who
we
I
have
sold,
a lot of soldiers out there.
I know. You know who I sold.
That are ready to go for battle. Some of them don't even own guns. Some don't have ammo, but we got a bunch of soldiers in there.
So you know who I was texting yesterday, and I sold. So all right. So for the listeners out there, and if you guys want to hop on this, we're gonna talk about this later. But I sold a leap call to. I sold Ali a leap call.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about it later after your segment because it's tied to that. So
we have a lot of things to cover today.
Dude, we do. We definitely do have a lot of cover. But how was your trading week before we hop into the hop-ins?
Dude, it's boo-boo. I need this weekend to recoup, recover, regroup. What was the other word? Reflect.
Recuperate, reflect.
There are so many re's. But anyways, this week alone, I was crushed and had a very tough trading week. So what I'm still optimistic about, December. I'm still, super excited about it. I'm not going to let my past trades drag on and carry over to the next winning trades. But we have plenty of time for December. I'm still excited for the month. I'm still going to recover from this. But that's part of the game. It's all about how you bounce back from your drawdowns, but yeah, this week alone, it was just terrible for me. It was choppy. We had that drop. When was it? Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever?
I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah, I had a lot of longs overall, and on top of that, it's not an excuse, but I'm taking more time, with the kids. That's what trading Daddies is all about. Us dads, us parents, I want to spend more time with the kids. I'm actually trading less.
Interesting.
Which is perfect.
Yeah.
If you watch, we were talking about that movie, 1,000 Words by Eddie Murphy. I saw it last night again. I've seen the movie before, but the plot for that movie is that, the before and afters of Eddie Murphy, because the before was he kept talking, getting away with words, and he was just doing too much. It was more quantity over quality. And when the tree came by, that's when he was like, you know what? Less is more.
Interesting.
Less is more. And we're going to talk about how less is more, how it's more effective, because over trading is a bitch.
Oh yeah. I agree. Definitely.
What about you?
Me, I am unrealized down 2,200.
Okay.
Unrealized down 2,200 because I have diamond hands.
Dude, I don't know how you do it, man. I got to learn your ways, because right now, like the longest position I've ever held was probably Palantir, and that was only a couple months.
I've been holding.
Okay.
I've been holding. The reason why is because of the conviction that I have. Right.
There you
go. Sometimes when you believe in a stock so much, it's hard for you to let go, especially if you've got it at a good price.
That's true.
Right. Because the other side of this, as a day trader or a swing trader, my mindset is, if I get something at such a good price and I see more upside potential, right? Because I don't see Palantir dipping down to below 15 again. I just don't. So with where I'm at and where I got these calls and shares from, I have no problem just holding them and just trading covered calls for income. That way I am still making some gains, small ones, making some gains while I'm waiting for the bigger pops. Because at the bigger pops, I close these covered calls, take those gains and sell more covered calls. Rinse and repeat for me. This is what I'm trading currently. I have other longs, Fastly that we're in, Asana that we're in, that is due for pops this coming week. And I'll talk about my other plays that I'm looking at for the rest of the week. And I did there is some more capital coming in with with certain stocks that I'm ready to let go. So that's the week so far, and we have so much more to cover. And some of it really ties into what we're going to talk about today, because I have my convictions, right? I have my convictions, but like, to be honest with you guys, 60% of my convictions is also greed. 60% of my convictions
we're going to talk about greed too.
Greed. And
let's talk about greed. Yeah.
And we're gonna be completely honest with you guys, as we've always been on this show, and that's normal as a trader. We're greedy individuals. As humans in general, we're greedy.
In any way, shape, or form, there's always greed inside of us.
Always.
Greed in love, greed in relationship, greed in life.
Always.
Anything.
Always. There's always
money.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not just tied down to money, but like, think about sentimental value.
Mm-hmm.
Sentimental value in its purest form is greed.
Yep.
Right. Because you attach a certain value to something, and it's not even tangible, but to you it makes you feel a certain way. That's greed. So part of my trader psychology is sometimes I gotta shave off this 60% because I know that it's gonna make my portfolio grow in the future. But because of my convictions, it kind of battles, and it's there. That's a tug of war in my mind daily. So
that's a tough situation you're in.
I know. I'm between a rock and a rock place.
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, John's going to talk about more of that, more about greed, and part 2 of his trader psychology is coming up.
Yeah. We also have stock of the week.
We do have I'm excited for that. Let's excited for stock of the week. I'm excited. Dude, this show is jam-packed for real. This show is jam-packed.
Let's get to it right now.
Yeah. So, stock of the week?
Stock of the week. Actually, it's been in everyone's radar, and I'm pretty sure everyone already has it. It's a household name, okay? We're not talking about Clorox here. We're talking about Disney.
Oh. Hello, guys. Hi, my name is Mitch McConnel.
The mouse.
I listen to the Trading Daddies. Oh.
The mouse paid yesterday. And actually, the mouse has been paying, the entire, year.
The entire pandemic.
Huh?
The entire pandemic, the mouse has been paying out.
The mouse takes no breaks. He's everywhere. And I'm about to break it down for you. So we're talking about Disney in general today. Disney as the company, Walt Disney Company, was first founded, by 2 brothers, Roy and Walt Disney. This was back in October 16, 1923.
I didn't know that was that far ago.
The mouse is old. The mouse actually has seen, so many revisions.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Black and white to color.
Like a Spider-Man costume.
That too, yeah. So it had 3 name changes until in 1986, it became the Walt Disney Company. Okay. Disney, obviously, we know this. Disney is a household name, and a brand. It's a worldwide brand. Everyone knows about it. Almost everyone grew up on Disney.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what generation you are in, Disney characters.
Yep.
Okay. So when the Mickey Mouse, 1928 was when Mickey was born. The character Mickey Mouse was born. Okay, so that's a good fact. Disney has an array of famous cartoon characters, and throughout the centuries, such as Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, you have Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Mary Poppins, Robin Hood, to more modern characters such as the Marvel characters, Star Wars, that was just recently accumulated. Do you watch Star Wars Mandalorian?
You know what? I'm late. I'm very late to that.
Yeah, I'm very curious about it.
I started the first 2 episodes when it first came out, and then I got sidetracked.
Okay.
I need to hop in because one of my best buddies, Brian, actually said, "Hey, Mandalorian season 2 is fire. You need to hop in."
Yeah. No, I've heard great things about it. Now, have you been to you've been to Disneyland?
Of course.
Everyone's been to Disneyland. Come on.
Disneyland is actually a relationship staple. Like,
that's right. I'm going to tell you my story about Disneyland.
So if you're in a relationship, right, you started dating out, going to Disneyland is one of those trips that kind of like solidifies that relationship. You know what I mean? Like, you're not really in a relationship until you've gone to Disneyland on a trip.
Well, let's all right, pause on the stock of the week. For our new listeners, okay, so for the ones who didn't catch our, the first probably like 10 episodes, I proposed in Disneyland.
You did.
Shout out to you, Omar, if you're listening. So I'll tell you guys the quick story again. Me and my wife, we went to Disneyland, and I was like, you know what? How am I going to propose to her? I got the ring, beautiful rock too. I didn't know how to present it to her. So what we did was we were watching the fireworks, late at night, and I bought a Mickey Mouse hat that had a pair of gloves with it. And as the fireworks was going on, I slipped the ring and the gloves, and I was like, "Oh, it's chilly, girl! Like, wear the gloves." you like how my head was bobbing? She was like, "It's chilly, girl. It's a little cold. Oh, your hands are freezing. Put on the gloves." All right, she put on the gloves, and I was like, a minute later, I was like, all right, like, how come she's not feeling that ring? I was like, what's going on? I turned on my phone. I started looking on the floor. I was like, oh, shit, that's like 3 months worth of pay. And then she turns around. She was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, just, something fell. And then that's when she saw the ring. And then she was like, oh, my God. What is this? And I said,
what else could it be?
This looks real. I said, yeah, it is. Because, bro, like, if you give a girl a ring, you can't just give them a ring and from one of those
Cracker Jack.
You go to a store when you turn that quarter.
Yeah, like a Cracker Jack.
And then it pops a ring, and then you put it on, and then your finger turns green like a week later.
Those kinds of rings give you another extra ring. It's called a ringworm.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. No, I told her, I was like, nah, this ring is real. I got it from Zales. All right. And then that's when I got on my knees, and then like immediately, like people gathered, like they backed up. They're like, oh crap, this guy's about to propose. And everyone just turned. They're like, oh crap, put on their phones. Like, dude, I was just weighing everything, right? Like,
hold on. Let me ask you this real quick before we move forward. So you're telling me, right, when you proposed, people pulled out their phones and there's video, like strangers have a video of you proposing.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the listeners out there, if we have big enough reach, if you ever witnessed a Disney proposal in front of the Magic Castle while the fireworks are happening, send them our way. I kind of want to see this now because it's a magical story.
You know what's so special about it? I proposed to her on my birthday, December 5th, 2015. If I don't even remember. 2015. Yeah, 5 years ago.
Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday to the wife.
Yeah, it's her birthday today.
Happy birthday to the wife.
So that's why we took that trip, because we wanted to celebrate our birthdays, both of ours. But anyways, so people backed up right in a circle, like it was a breakdown battle, right? And then, so I got on my knees, did my speech, and then obviously she said yes. I was like, crap, you better say yes.
This is Disneyland. How are you?
This is Disneyland. You got a fat ass ring. Like, this trip's paid for. Like, dude, there's like a whole list of things that you better
choice. Yes. And imagine if she'd have said no, bro. Can you imagine the awkward silence the entire way?
Yeah, while the fireworks are going, dude, awkward, super awkward. But anyways, we got back to the hotel. We were all smiling, joy, and happy. And then I go on Instagram, and I'm like, wait, is that my boy Leo Mar is in Disneyland too, in front of the castle. I was like, crap, like, oh, he was there. So I texted him. I was like, bro, are you in Disneyland right now? He was like, yeah, I was at the castle tonight, and some dumbass proposed to this girl. And I was like, bro, that was me. And he was like, and I showed him the picture. He was like, oh shit, that was you.
That's me. I'm dumbass.
And then I had my emoji like this, like, that's me.
I'm dumbass.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly share my story about Disneyland and how it's super special for me to present this this piece right here.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, enough with the jokes. The jokes.
The jokes. That is like, I'm sorry, but I could listen to that story over and over again because it's so good. It's magical. It's part of your life, right? And also at the same time, somebody was in the vicinity that's like your close friend that didn't even notice and called you a dumbass. That's just hilarious to me.
Him and I, we still talk about it to this day. It's hella funny. But anyways, going back to the stock, Disneyland. All right, Disneyland first opened back in July 1955. Okay, Jesus Christ, I think that was when my dad was born. In 1965, Disney World was announced.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so Disney itself, they started branching off. Not just from like, entertainment, cartoons, kid shows. They started branching out in different avenues. And this is where it gets juicy, really juicy, right? So we all know Disney is all about entertainment. They also own, check this out, Disney Television, ABC News, Marvel Entertainment, A&E Networks, FX, National Geographic Networks, ESPN. Now, a lot of people know Disney owns ESPN.
They do.
Hulu. Okay, so if you're in streaming, if you own Hulu, you're watching Disney. Disney Plus, ESPN Plus. Disney also has a worldwide resorts that they have. They have parks in Japan, Hong Kong, France, China. Also, they have Disney Cruise Lines. And I think my parents went to Alaska.
On a Disney cruise line? Do they have casinos in those cruises?
Huh?
Do they have casinos in those cruises?
I think so.
I feel like they should.
I think majority of the cruises have casinos in them.
Nice. You know what? In my this just popped in my head right now. You know what Disney is kind of missing out on? Like, what if Disney had this bright idea to acquire Circus Circus? Hear me out. Circus Circus is kind of like for kids in Vegas and in Reno. If they revamp that whole thing and make it non-smoking, I think that it's like a family-friendly resort in Vegas.
Who still goes to Circus Circus?
You know what? Some people do.
Let's not get to it.
No, when we go to Reno, we like for the kids to play around. Just because like when the adults are gambling, where do you leave the kids? You can't just leave them in the room.
Arcade.
You bring them with you. You know what I mean? So Circus is one of the places that, so you take them. But I feel like it definitely needs a revamp.
Oh yeah,
it really does need a revamp. That stuff is decrepit, I feel.
Well, the thing is, casinos are hurting right now. I don't think they have the revenue to revamp the entire place. I like that word: revamp, regroup, recycle.
There's so much. They're so versatile.
Jesus.
Regurgitate. Relinquish.
Return.
Reimagine. Record what we're doing right now.
I am going to be reborn this Monday.
Reborn?
Yeah.
There's so many re-words.
I like this segment. Okay. Disney had a tough time, like everyone else. This year was just a big challenge for them, like for everyone. Seriously, so Disney faced a big challenge this year with its hotels and parks and cruise lines. Okay, they were being shut down because of the pandemic. However, the company made a huge bet on streaming, and the timing was just perfect because Disney Plus came out back in
last year,
December. Yeah. The perfect was just timing. I mean, the timing was just perfect. I'm sorry. The timing was just perfect. And at first people were like, Disney Plus for $6 you can stream? Why not? Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out. It beats Netflix by half off. And we're like, you know what? It's majority of it is like movies that I've already seen and that I want to rewatch that were remastered. Oh,
remastered.
Another word.
You know what else was replayable?
Replayable.
Oh my God, we're winning here.
Jesus. It's too early for this. So even though they have ESPN Plus, they have Hulu, and now they have Disney Plus. Okay, Disney wanted to put a focus on Disney Plus itself. Okay, there's a big reason for that. Okay, as of last week, it was reported that Disney Plus has 86.8 million subscribers already within a year.
Now, okay, let me ask you this question. So I'm a subscriber for Disney Plus.
Me too. Yeah,
I fully believe in it, but I also do I do the other tier, the $12.99 one that has that has the ESPN Plus and the Hulu Plus.
Yep.
Is that included? Those are included in the numbers, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's because I'm not breaking it down where you can't just multiply 86.8 million to $6. That's not the total revenue, because there are some that are paying $12.99. Mm-hmm. Okay. And me personally, we're only, doing the Disney Plus, the basic one, the $5.99 or whatever. Mm-hmm. But now check this out. ESPN and Hulu alone, they have a combined 50 million subscribers. Okay. So you can do it a la carte. Okay. Yeah. ESPN Plus or Hulu. You don't have to get all three. Okay. Yeah. But I just want to let you know the power of Disney Plus itself. The content itself. It's 86.8 million subscribers. Okay. So they are generating massive revenue in streaming. And to me, this was a very smart move. Okay. To grow the core business while the other parts of the business, okay, like we're talking about the hotels, cruise lines, and the parks, while they're sleeping, okay, you're growing your streaming business while your other core business is sleeping. Okay, they're shut down. They're not doing anything. They're not, generating any revenue. It's estimated that by 2024, okay, this is what Disney said yesterday, from their investor day, which was huge, by the way. Disney is expecting between 230 to 260 million subscribers. Okay, that's more than Netflix subscribers now. So also Disney will be increasing their price by $1. Okay, the most, the basic one, to $6.99 come March.
Worth it.
It's still worth it. Because they have so much content in there. They got Star Wars, they got Marvel, they got all the Disney.
Disney, if you ever listen to this, if you want to squeeze an extra few bucks out of me, right? Please include these movies: Angels in the Outfield.
Oh,
love that movie. Angels in the Outfield and all Mighty Ducks movies.
Oh,
all of them. I want all of them. They don't make sports movies like that anymore, dude. They don't.
Well, check this out. From the investor day, if some of our listeners and our viewers, if they listen to it, Disney is actually going to be busy. I'm talking about Disney Plus. Disney Plus is actually going to be busy for the year 2021. They're putting out more Marvel content. Okay, they're putting out more Star Wars content.
Like one of the best acquisitions they've ever done.
Marvel, oh hell yeah,
best.
Dude, they banked on this.
It's crazy. Even the Star Wars one is pretty good too.
Yeah.
For them to own so much IP, oh my god.
And you've seen you've seen a clip of the WandaVision series that's coming out.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of folks are gonna binge watch that. Just Disney Plus is where it's at right now. I'm sorry for Netflix. Netflix, I have Netflix of my own, but we're not paying for that subscription. It's actually our in-laws, so we're just sharing the password.
Respect.
Yeah, screw Netflix. Disney Plus is where it's at because they have so much content that's coming out for next year. So just keep an eye on that one. Disney currently trades under Dow Jones, and check this out. Yesterday was actually a bad day, but we're talking about Friday, the 11th. Disney was up how much?
24 points.
Jesus, insane.
24 points.
Insane.
I was looking at the chart earlier.
Insane. They carried the entire market. Seriously, they carried the Dow Jones single-handedly by themselves. Currently, Disney is trading at 175.72 right now with a market cap of $320 billion. It's one of the biggest company in the world. 52-week low is at 79.07. That was during the crash. Man, like who would have thought that, back in March, Who would have thought, oh, let's pick up Disney because it's cheap,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But see, back then, if you were an investor or a trader, you're like, well, the parks are closed. They just started Disney Plus. Like, why would you even get into Disney, right? Who would have thought? That's crazy. But shout out to Kevin. He's still holding $160, leap calls. Kevin, you're up a lot. I'm still waiting for my Oculus. And it just hit a high yesterday of 179.45. So yesterday I was in Disney. We banked $2,000 on it. I should have held longer because I missed out on three more bands. So that's it for ticker symbol DIS.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to the leap call that I was talking about earlier, and I talked to Ali about this, and I've talked to you about this. Mm-hmm. What we're planning on with Disney is our outlook is very bullish on Disney. Right? Our outlook is so bullish on Disney because the fact that they're trading at this high of a premium, with the parks closed, without selling all the merch, you know what I mean? Right?
That's crazy.
Dude, that's like one part of their revenue stream that they're reporting that's not even baked into what they're doing currently.
Yep.
So with that being said, at the next pullback, we see it pulling back for sure. People are going to take profits pretty soon.
Yep.
Once that happens, we're going to find a new bottom for this stock, and we're going to go in on a few calls that will expire in 2022 when the parks are actually open and they're reporting great earnings. So that's the play for Disney moving forward, for me at least, and that's what I've told some of the people on the Discord. So the people that are listening right now, hit me up. We'll get into the details. If you guys want to do like a team play on the Discord, we'll definitely do that and watch it together. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. Well, Kevin got a lead call on it back then when Disney was at like 140s, so that's why we got a 160 April expiration leap call. OTM.
Kevin's a savage. You're a savage, Kev.
Yeah, he's holding. So again, to reiterate what you just said, yes, it makes perfect sense because right now everything else is put on hold, but the streaming avenue is just killing it, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And, investors are looking at Disney for it, being the next Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. And that's only their streaming avenue. What about their parks? What about their hotels? What about their merch, movies, entertainment? There's so many things that they can offer, but right now we're only talking about streaming.
Crazy that this is just one avenue in their business and the rest is shut down.
That's it.
And they're doing so damn well. So,
exactly. So, I mean, they're at highs right now. So just imagine if everything else reopens.
I see Disney at 350, dude. I don't see
leap call.
I think 350.
That's it. That's my stock of the week. So check it out.
Nice. Well, thank you for the stock of the week. Let's do some nice old current events here. So,
current events. This is fresh news. Pfizer, the vaccines just got approved, and I just saw the news pop up. This is fresh news. Vaccines will start getting handed out starting Monday.
Nice. Yeah, but there's only a limited amount of vaccines.
Oh,
right?
yeah, of course.
Limited amount of vaccines. I'm actually going to wait for vaccine S. As much as I want to take the vaccine now, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I mean, give it to me, but I just want it to be given to me safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't want to get an allergic reaction. Yeah,
allergic reaction. I mean, I want to be able to take the vaccine and just be on my merry way and know that I'm not going to
third nipple,
right? Like a third leg. Yeah.
Third leg, man.
Third leg. Shout out to. Oh man. Shout out to Jarrell. Jarrell's like Jarrell and Randy, the third leggers, bro. Gotta miss those guys. So to be honest with you, I've turned into something that I did not think that I was gonna turn into. A bear. I am very berry, as you guys can see in my features. I am a burly boy, but in terms of the stimulus, I have turned into a bear.
Dude, they're dragging it, man.
They're dragging. Let me hammer in some key points here. Yes, both sides are to blame. Both sides are asking for way too much. But you, sir, Mr. Bitch McConnell, you, sir, are the scourge of the earth, and I hate you to the core of my bones, because you, sir, have been given many opportunities to give the people what they need, and because of your political bias and your own agenda, you have shut it down in order for I don't know what it is, but people are suffering right now. People are not going to be able to make rents. There's people that are losing their unemployment benefits. The economy is going to turn into ish because you, sir, decided just to be a McGiblets with you and your decaying ass. So I'm sorry for the rant, guys. I just really want to hammer into the fact that people are blaming. Yeah, both sides are to blame. Yes, people are asking for way too much. But if we're going to look at the core of everything here, how many times has the Congress passed a bill and Mitch McConnell said no? How many? It's too much. We've been talking about stimulus since May. We've been talking about stimulus since May, and we got $1,200 per. To be honest with you, you know how we're supposed to get $500 per kid?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get that.
Really?
No. They said it was going to come at a later date. We never got that.
Well, I only got 3 kids that I know of, so.
That you know of.
Sorry,
it's to me, it's not even an issue, but like I see other people that are like just really having a hard time. You've talked about, people's businesses being shut down because they can't afford it.
Yep.
Like, how is that any good? And you get on the things like, we need to do what's best for the American people. Sir, what's best for the American people is for you to let these things pass.
I don't know what's the holdup. I mean, I don't have any political background, but like, exactly, just give the people what they need.
Yeah.
People are struggling.
And the new stimulus, I'm not even a fan of, because there's no payments to people. There's the continuance of unemployment payments. Yes, there's a continuance, right? But what he's trying to squeeze in there is for companies to have less liability. So, for example, you are an employee. You have to go to work because you still need to put food on the table. Fine, which is great, right? At least you still have a job. But what if you get sick? What if you get COVID, right? Shouldn't the workplace be liable for that because they put you in a position where you got sick? And if you got sick from work, what he's trying to do is get rid of that and make companies not liable for that.
Jesus. Someone's
Sir, there's a special place in hell for you, sir, and that's still hell. So that is
someone's getting paid off.
I know, right? Excuse me, you decaying asshole.
So is he like a this Friday expiration, OTM call, like that's decaying like super fast?
Oh yeah, dude. Mitch McConnell's theta.
Right. It's super high.
Mitch McConnell's theta is 2.
Super high. You don't want to hold on to that.
His implied volatility is 180.
Oh man.
All right, bro. What happened, dude? IPO Mania this week.
Yeah.
IPO Mania.
I actually stayed away from all of these IPOs. The only IPO that I played was Palantir ever.
Yeah, and this is a question that I've gotten a lot on my DMs this week, right? Yeah. And just a side note, I want you guys, like the listeners, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Let us know what you guys want to hear on the podcast, because we want to be able to answer your questions too, right? We want to be able to give you guys our insights. Again, we're just going to say it out loud. We're not financial advisors. We're just speaking on what we see, right? So one of the questions that I got a lot actually on the DMs, shout out to Leo, old coworker of mine, and shout out to Ollie, who asked me like, how do you feel about these IPOs? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to tell you this right now. I've gotten burned. I've gotten $4,000 burned through an IPO. And the reason why is because when as a new trader, you're like, oh my God, this IPO is going to be bananas. I'm going to get in at the start of it and watch it just rise, because all we know is stocks go up. That was my biggest mistake. John even warned me about this. John goes, don't do IPOs. And I'm like, you sure? You sure? I'm going to do it anyway. So I did it and I lost hella money on it. So one thing to note, there's two types of IPOs, a direct listing and a traditional IPO. A direct listing is the company says, let's say, for example, John and I, the Trading Daddies LLC, we want to go public, right? Right? We could go two routes. We could go the traditional IPO or we could go to a direct listing. So if we do a direct listing, we have an amount of shares that, we split between the both of us, and actually three of us, since there's three people in the company. And we say, hey guys, we have 100,000 shares. So how about for controlling stakes, let's keep 50 of those for us, right? And we'll divide the 50 between us because we all have equal say. And then the other 50%, we price it out for the public, right? That Perfect. Goes about how much the value of the company is divided by how many shares. That's how you price it.
There you go.
Now,
nice.
A traditional IPO goes through banks. So this is how that works. So John and I, Trading Daddies LLC, will go, hey, Morgan Stanley, Chase Banks, Wells Fargo, whoever you go to, can you price our company for us? Mr. Banker hits up the digits and says, hey, you know what? Your company is valued at X amount. Let's say $100 million, right?
Jesus
but you know what?
I'd quit the podcast, bro.
Right? We wouldn't be podcasting. we would not be podcasting.
Even though it's free.
We'd quit. We quit.
Go ahead.
So we go to a bank, but the bank does this. This is the funniest thing about the whole financial system. The bank goes, you are valued at $100 million, but you know what? We see you guys at $200 million. So what happens there is they take that 200 million divided by how many available shares there are minus our controlling stake, and that's how much they price these stocks at. Now, we're going to get paid that base price. So if they say that, hey, we're going to price your IPO at, we're going to price your IPO at $20 a share. They're going to inflate that because they need to make their money off the top. So what happens when we have this flood of shares, when the market, when the IPO actually drops, you'll see a spike in pricing, but the next candle you see is a drop. The reason why is a lot of employees, I would probably sell a few shares, so I want to get a good payday. The banks are selling their shares because they want to get a good payday. So that's the reason why we stay off these IPOs. They're great toys. They're great new toys to play with, but you want to wait until it calms down, because once they flood the market with the shares that they've sold off, that's when we pick up the pieces, because that's what real price action happens. Right now, it's extremely volatile. You never know. I expect it to be volatile for the next 2-3 weeks until we see some proper direction, because right now you're trading off of IPO hype, which, for a day trader, if you're a day trader, you're hopping in and out of the position, good on you. You can do it. That's fine, right? But if you're a swing trader and you're a long-term investor, I'd wait. That's my take on IPOs. So if we're going to go down the list of notable IPOs, and IPOs happen damn near every day. It's just these three companies are extremely, these companies are the ones that are super hyped. First one is DoorDash. We talked about DoorDash on last week's, on the Wednesday episode, I think. It priced at 68. It got changed numerous times at launch, and it launched at 182. $182. And by the way, in order for you to get in on the $68 price, you would need 2 to 3 things. Either you're an employee of the company, right? You would probably, in order for you to get in on that price, you would need to apply through your brokerage account.
Yep.
And you would need, I think, $100,000, right? $100,000, and you need to buy a certain lot of shares.
Yep.
So in order for you to get at that $68 price where you just sell off at the top, you would need those qualifications, and not everybody has that. So that's why we get the crumbs at the end of it. And it went as high as 195 for DoorDash, and it's now sitting at 175. You see that massive price difference from 68, 182, 195, and now at 175. So imagine buying it at 195, and you're going to take forever to recover.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Crazy, right? Airbnb was also priced at $68, and it opened at 146. went up to 165, sold off, ending at 144, and now trading at 135. So imagine buying Airbnb at 146. You know, you would have already lost. Even that really hurts. ABCL, to be honest with you, ABCL is like one of those companies that are like on the back end, not really talked about. But a couple of things to note. ABCL is a biotech firm that uses a proprietary platform that can develop medical countermeasures within 60 days. So they address pandemics and common diseases. They're initially priced at $20, opened at 61 to 71, ended at 58.90. Can you imagine that?
Oh, these people are getting away with murder, bro.
Can you imagine that? And bonus company, by the way, if you guys are looking at, because ABCL is also an AI play. Another bonus AI play. Shout out to Jenny, one of our listeners. Genesis.ai is a company that, she told me about. And after doing some research on it, it looks pretty solid. They're trying to make AI more commercial in a sense where it's like going to be a one-stop shop in like an Amazon.com for AI parts, because AI itself, every company needs, when a company builds AI platforms, it's their own, right? And it's super expensive. But if you go to Genesis.ai, you could buy a full stack suite of AI products that you could build on, and they communicate with each other. I think this is the future of AI. If you have, this is actually a really good opportunity, and it stops on the 18th. They do have a website called NetEase, not NetEase, something. I'll link it down below, where you could invest. Like the minimum is $1,000, and it's $3.11 per share. So that's like one of those scenarios where we're talking about if you get into an IPO. That's one way to do an IPO, is if you have like a website that you could get it funded through that means. I think it's definitely worth looking into. We're not saying do it, look into it. Right? What's happening with Dropbox?
Dropbox, there's buyout rumors. That's why yesterday the stock went up, I think like 5%, 5 to 10%. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one, but it's very unusual for a stock to run Friday after hours. Very unusual.
Oh, it's Friday after hours? I didn't even mention that. It's Friday after hours?
Yeah. So something is definitely up, because you don't see that kind of movement, Friday after hours. Majority, like I would say 90% of the time, a buyout, a merger, an acquisition happens Sunday night, Monday morning.
Yeah.
Because remember what happened with Slack? Salesforce finally announced it Monday morning, saying we're going to buy Slack Tuesday after hours.
Yeah.
Right? So I just want to let you know, a little disclaimer. Yes, I'm holding on to Fastly shares and calls. I'm currently down on it. Okay. I'm currently down on it. But really, the chart is with me on this one. Still looks great on an uptrend. Plus, number two, there's a gap fill all the way to 120, meaning there's a lot of shares that are trapped between, I think, 80 to 120. So I'm still holding on to it until probably a pop to 120, back to 120.
Oh, I like it at 120.
Yeah. And in all honesty, just Cisco, just give me a nice Christmas, bro. Like,
do it.
CSCO, please. Just
do it.
Just announce it. Just announce it Sunday night, Monday morning, whatever. Like, just give me a nice Christmas, bro.
Cisco, just do it.
Just say we're buying Fastly because it just makes sense. Thank you.
Let's do it. This is my speculative theory about Dropbox. I have a feeling that Bill Ackman's going to acquire it.
I haven't really seen who's gonna buy him out. I haven't read into it.
I have a feeling that Bill Ackman's gonna, because Bill Ackman's looking for a mature unicorn.
Oh, that's right. For his PSTH.
PSTH, right? Pershing, Tottingham, whatever he's calling it, but it's a SPAC.
You just said Pershing Tot.
Pershing Tot. Before we get into our plays of for next week, notable earnings to pay attention to: Lennar, Rite Aid, vaccines coming, General Mills, FedEx, FedEx and Nike.
Oh my God, we have a busy week again.
FedEx and Nike. So we have another busy week. What are your plays for the week?
Then I'm looking at Fastly. I'm FSLY. Big eyes on that one. I have a nice position on that one. Asan, ASAN. I hold. I added shares actually. I loaded it. I stuck to my plan. I'm holding shares and calls on that one. Palantir. I'm holding calls on that one. Okay. Palantir is looking really nice. Actually, it's on a pennant. It's a nice flag on the daily. Let it consolidate there, and I really think that there's going to be a nice pop breakout eventually. That's pretty much it. I mean, Tesla's always going to be in my rate. Oh, didn't we talk about this on our last episode? Shout out to the folks who actually dip. Like they bought Tesla off of like 560, 570. You guys would have made a killing on that one. That was a 40-point move right there.
Yep.
Alone. So for the folks who missed out on the last episode, shame on you. It's free stuff.
It's not like we don't say it.
Yeah.
It's not like we withhold information.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't look at the charts. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm riding Fastly with John here. I do believe that if just Cisco, I'm not gonna ask you guys one more time. Please just drop the goddamn news. Asana, I'm with Asana there. Neo is something to watch. They did do an offering. We're trying to find a new bottom here for all the Chinese EV lovers out there. Just don't buy XP EV because they still IP. Palantir, and as John said, technically Palantir looks amazing.
Yeah.
We're seeing some consolidation, as rightfully so, because we're trying to hit another top here. But I do feel that we're due either Wednesday or Tuesday. If the pop happens on Monday, I'd be cautious because we might see another spike and then dip again. Tuesday and Wednesday usually is a healthier day in terms of the charts. That looks a little bit better. If we're looking at it from the 4-hour chart, Splunk is a beaten down stock that we do definitely look at. Dropbox, Tesla's always. Trying to see if I could find a position into ABCL, ABCL. Bonus, Apple. Apple has been quiet. Apple has been extremely quiet. The chart does look a little bit, not even overextended at all, but the thing that got me excited is it ended at a doji.
And on top of that, Apple, they're making their own chips. They kind of like ditched Qualcomm. That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks because now we can't have the tandem plays, but this kind of puts Apple into a more valuable realm, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So moving forward, Apple, all the Apple holders out there, congratulations. You guys are in for an opinion.
Apple is releasing a phone.
I don't like it. It's ugly. I'm usually a big Apple fanboy. I'll grab it. I would grab anything Apple makes, really. But dude, those are ugly.
I don't. This is what I don't understand. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep ranting on this. Like, if you have the AirPods, because you mentioned that you don't want anything above your head, right? You had the AirPods, cordless, whatever. It's like we're going back in time. Like, why are you taking a step back? I don't understand this product.
I think it's for
priced at, I think $500.
It's $550. It's a premium model. It's a premium model because of the aluminum casings, all that cool stuff, right?
Who cares?
I mean, some people do, dude. Some people do.
A headset,
me personally, I think it's ugly. I like Beats a little bit better.
Yeah.
My Power Beats are amazing. Those are super, super comfortable. They're great. They're trying to compete with themselves, but I guess what they're trying to do, they're segmenting it. Right now, they don't have over-the-ear headphones that, certain individuals might want. They're competing with like higher end, like Bose, all that stuff. It makes sense, but at the same time, I'm not going to buy it. You know what I mean?
Also, another side piece for Apple Car.
Apple, that's happening?
Dude, like that's a lot of rumor right there. But I'm pretty sure like within the next 10 years, they're going to start competing with Tesla. You make me want to go shopping. Apple just wants to do everything.
They do. Apple just doesn't want to do everything. But anything else for me, my guy?
That's it.
That's it. Well, thank you guys once again for listening to the Trading Daddies podcast. Just a couple of reminders for you guys. We still are doing a contest, so please, like the post, tag 3 friends. We're trying to grow our listenership here. If you guys want to join a growing community of traders, shout out to the new members of the Discord. Hop in the Discord. Ask us if you guys want to get an invite to the Discord. It's really a good time. TradingDaddies.com for all the new merch. Rocking the Day Trader box logo tee. John is asking if it's Monday yet. And what else? We're also still doing the fundraiser. Please get in the fundraiser. It's good. It's definitely for a good cause. It goes directly to them. We don't even touch that at all. They just goes directly to the SF Food Bank.
I also want to add a little thing about. Remember, we spoke about. I just want to say thank you to the folks who ordered some merch. Kyle, Ricky,
Francis,
Zach, Francis. Francis is a return. He loves our stuff, even though he doesn't talk on the Discord. He's a creeper. Who else? There's so many. If I missed you on that list, I just want to say we see the email saying, "Oh, this person ordered from your website." Just say, I just want to say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're. It's not about. I don't want to say it's not about the money. It's about the brand, the movement, and the support.
Exactly.
We're making an impact on people's lives, and if we're entertainment to you, hey. We're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, it is you guys.
We're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, we do it for you guys. We really do. Also, what else? There's some other things. Oh yeah, questions, concerns. If you guys have anything that you guys want us to address on the podcast, shoot us a DM. We'd love to hear from you guys. We are running a sale, 15% off. Oh, 10% off. I'm sorry, 10% off our store. Use the code word FlimFlam. Sean's favorite word is flim-flam.
We got flim-flammed.
You won't get flim-flammed with these prices. So just join one of the funniest community of traders out there. Join us daily on Discord if you guys want to get more doses of us. And with that being said, let's get trading.